Happy Monday. And I know that Mondays are sometimes very difficult for us to deal with because you had a long weekend. You have to get up and go to work, and sometimes it's very hard to get up and get going in the morning. So what I wanted to do was to share three things that you can do right now to help you get up, get going, start your week off right, and have a phenomenal week this week. So there's three things I'm going to share with you to help you get up and get going. And these are three things that I do personally to help me wake up on a Monday morning and not be all tired and have to have 10 cups of coffee and all that kind of stuff, but to really get up and get going and be excited. But before I get there, I was going to do a Facebook Live major event tonight on the Break It Down Brown show. However, the Cleveland Cavaliers won last week, which is great. Hey, Hector, how you doing, buddy? And so the game 5, I believe, is tonight at 6 o'clock at the exact same time I was going to do my live show. So I'm going to move my show because I will be watching that game tonight, hoping that the Cavaliers win. And so it's going to be tomorrow night at 7 o'clock where I will be doing my Break It Down Brown live show. So not tonight at 6, tomorrow night at 7 o'clock because I'll be watching the game tonight. So here's three reasons why we can get up, or how we can get up on a Monday morning feeling excited and motivated and get ready to go. Number one, there's a thought that I had last week because I was supposed to go to this networking event last Wednesday, and I was going to make this big announcement about something I had never done before, which was a class on my Selling in Color program. And quite honestly, and I keep it real with everybody, I was a little bit nervous because I was going to make this announcement and I wasn't sure who was going to sign up. And so part of me didn't want to get up because I was a little bit afraid about what I had to do that day. And sometimes we have those experiences where we don't want to get up and we don't want to step out because we're a little bit afraid to make an announcement or to do something that we know we're supposed to do or that we've never done before. And so that's how I was feeling last Wednesday. But then this thought occurred to me, and this thought was, it was step into your greatness. Once again, step into your greatness. And what does that mean? That means that we all have something that we're supposed to do, something that we're being called to do. And it doesn't mean you got to start your own business or become some big entrepreneur or write a book. Sometimes it could be, as a teacher, going to a class and helping a certain student that you know needs help. Or like my good buddy Hector that's watching this program, who helps so many women who are in difficult situations to help them have a bit more positivity and confidence as they go out and try to not just survive but thrive. And so this thought occurred to me was step into your greatness, and it motivated me to get up, put away my fears, and absolutely announce what I had to announce. And it was a great experience. And literally in about 15 minutes, I had 3 people sign up for this course I'm doing on the 29th. And so, which was phenomenal. So number one, if you're having a difficult time waking up on a Monday morning, just remember you're supposed to do something great today. Step into your greatness. The second thing is remember your why. Now, you all know my daughter Alexis right now is unfortunately, laying down on the couch and she can't get up because she has a torn ACL. She just had surgery. Well, everything that I do, I think about her and I think about my purpose in life and my why. And sometimes when we're struggling to get up in the morning and to get going, we think about all the activities we have to do. We think about all the drama we have to face at work. We think about all the stuff that can go wrong. What I want you to do is put all that aside and remember your purpose, why you get up every single morning, why you do what you do. Who is that person that is motivating you? Who is that person that inspires you? My parents were here for the last 3 days, and every time I look at my parents, I think, man, they sacrificed so much for me. So I'll tell you what, nothing is going to hold me back today. Nothing's going to prevent me from going out, doing what I have to do, because I think of all the sacrifices they made and their parents and their parents' parents. And I think about my daughter, and I have a big goal in my life and my business next year that I want to accomplish. Well, guess what? I'm not going to get there unless I get up every single day and do what I'm supposed to do. But sometimes it's difficult because you have setbacks. You have negative people that come into your life, the yeah but people I call. You have that I call them. You have people that want to derail you. You have life events that happen that throw you off. And in the midst of all that, the one thing I want you to be centered on is your why, your purpose, whether it's your children, your spouse, your parents, kids that you mentor, your students, if you're a teacher, excuse me, just whatever motivates you, whatever inspires you, focus on that. Focus on your purpose, and the activities that you have to get done that day won't seem as great, won't seem as difficult, won't seem as challenging, because you have a bigger purpose that conquers and supersedes all the stuff that can come into your life that wants to derail you. The final thing is this, and I'm talking about if you're having a difficult time getting up this morning and getting up and getting out there because you're tired, had a long weekend, and you think about all the negative things that can happen during this week, I want you to change that, and I'm giving you 3 things that can help you do that. The first thing we talked about was stepping into your greatness. The second thing we talked about was remember that your why. And here's the third thing I want to mention very quickly, and that is sometimes, not sometimes, but every day there's someone that needs you. There's someone that's waiting for you to give them an encouraging word, to talk to them, to be a positive force in their life. Because as much stuff that you're dealing with in your life, just think about every single person that you come across, every person you talk to, every person you interact with. They have their own set of issues and challenges and struggles, and sometimes people are dealing with things, but they don't tell you. And so people are quietly suffering in so many different ways, and they're waiting for you to show up in their life today. Let me give you a powerful, real story about that. So there's this local place I go to watch basketball, and it's like Cheers. Everybody knows everybody. It's a great place I go to. And I remember I was there, and I just launched my 3rd book, Break It Down Brown, Volume 1, Change Your Perspective, Change Your Life. And I was talking to some people that I know about the book, and then there was this kid I noticed who was kind of sitting off to the side, and looked a little bit disheveled. But he wasn't part of our group, but I noticed he was over there, right? And so I just noticed it, and I think before I left that day, I told him, hey, how you doing? Shook his hand, didn't remember his name, but just saw that he was looked like he was going through some things. But anyway, so I'm talking to this other group of people about the book, and I'm excited about the launch and all these things. And then, I leave there that day and go about my business. And then last Wednesday, I went back there, and actually I went back there I think the game was on that night. So I went back there to watch the game. And that same kid was there in the same spot. And, I could tell he had been drinking quite a bit, but just had this look in his eyes. And we all know people who have that look of sadness in their eyes. We know it, we feel it. And sometimes we talk to them, sometimes we don't. But let me tell you the power of what I'm saying. That is that today, somebody needs you today. And so we're sitting there, and at one point, he was kind of looking at me, kept looking over at me, and so I was like, I think he wants to talk to me, so let me just say hello. So I said, hey, how you doing? What's going on? And he says, oh, my life is tough. Things aren't going that great. I'm like, things are going to get better. Hang in there. I don't want to get into his personal business, but I just gave him some encouraging words. And he goes, hey, aren't you the guy that writes motivational books? And I said, yes. He goes, in your last book, I heard you talk to some people last time I was here about it. What's it called? And I said, it's called Break It Down Brown, Volume 1, Change Your Perspective, Change Your Life. And he goes, man, I could really use some motivation right now. I could really use some help. My life is not going the way I wanted to go. And he said, where can I get your book? And, I said, oh, it's on Amazon.com, right? And this young man pulls out his phone, clicks on Amazon, shows me his phone. He says, is this your book? I said, yes. And he ordered it right there on the spot. Now, here's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not about the fact that he bought the book. My point is this. On a Monday morning, if you're struggling with waking up, just remember, somebody needs you. That young man needed me in his life that day. Now, I don't know what he was going through. I don't know what he was dealing with. I don't know the challenges he was facing. But by me being there, and by me sort of talking to him, and by him being able to get some motivation off of something that I had done, hopefully it's going to change his life. Hopefully it will make a difference. But if nothing else, at least I could say that I showed up and I helped him. And so today on this Monday morning, if you're having a hard time getting up and getting going, and you need to drink 10 cups of coffee, and you're thinking about all the boss and the coworkers you don't like and all those things, just remember 3 things that I want you to think about today that are going to help you stay motivated and inspired to not just have a great day today, but to enjoy your entire week. And so let me recap. Number 1, step into your greatness. You have a ability in your life to do so many great things, and I don't want you to hold back. And once again, it's not a matter of going out and climbing Mount Kilimanjaro or something like that. It could just be going to work and being the best coworker you can be. Developing a process at work that can change the entire company. So step into your greatness. The second thing is remember your why and your purpose. Why do you get up every single morning? Don't make it about money or about title or about success. Make it about the people in your life whose lives you can change. Your children, your spouse, your parents. What is that purpose? Why do you do what you do? Focus on that and not all the other stuff that you have to deal with in your life that could derail you. Focus on your purpose. And the third thing is to remember that Somebody needs you today. Just like that young man at the local watering hole that I go to from time to time. I don't know what he was going through, but everybody is going through something. Everybody's struggling with something. I don't care who you are, everybody watching this, when you share this, everybody that you share it with will be dealing with something. And so be a positive light for people. They need you to get up and get out there and say something positive and encouraging, or just be a listening ear. And so today, remember those things as you start your Monday. Have a phenomenal week, and remember your purpose. Step into your greatness, and remember that someone needs you today. And finally, I'm going to change the date of my live Breaking Down Brown session from tonight to tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock p.m. Come back on Facebook Live. I'm going to do a full-on motivational program. It's going to be awesome. So share this with your friends and your family. Everyone have a phenomenal, phenomenal Monday, and I will see everyone very, very soon. Last but not least, go Cleveland Cavaliers. All right, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.